Welcome to the dvm360. Give us 5 minutes and we'll update you with the veterinary news, medicine, and business information you need to know right now. I'm dvm360 Managing Editor Adrienne Wagner. In this edition of the 5, we'll get expert advice on handling poor appetite in senior cats and learn why profitability is not a dirty word. First up, the news. A prolonged heat wave like the one that has gripped much of the U.S. can have a profound effect on livestock. According to the USDA, early signs of heat stress include elevated breathing rates, restlessness, and increased time standing. The USDA says breathing rate is an important behavior to monitor in cattle during hot weather as it's easily observable without special equipment. Cattle with more than 130 breaths per minute should be considered in emergency heat stress. During an extreme heat event, the surface of a feedlot can exceed 150 degrees. PMI Nutrition International initiated a voluntary recall of 4 varieties of its Lab Diet and Missouri feed products, according to the FDA. The products have the potential for elevated vitamin D levels, which can be harmful for animals if fed for extended periods. For more information, contact your local dealer or PMI Nutrition International. And keep up with all the latest food recalls at dvm360.com/recalls. Poor appetite in senior cats can be treated when the underlying problem is properly diagnosed. Here, Dr. Susan Little offers 2 practical tips that owners can use at home to promote their cat's food intake.
We need to think about palatability because as pets age, their senses diminish, so the sense of taste, sense of smell will diminish with age. So foods need to be palatable, warming them helps, adding flavor enhancers, maybe if it's appropriate, some chicken broth, for example, all kinds of tricks like that that we can use to make the food more attractive, to a cat who maybe has dulling senses with time. And another tip that I think we don't think about often enough is that many of the food and water bowls that are sold for cats are actually not very appropriate. They tend to be kind of small and cute. And in reality, the cat would prefer a dish that's shallow and broader. So when we're trying to encourage food or water consumption, maybe feeding from a flat plate would be better. Maybe choosing a water bowl designed for a dog, so it's bigger and wider, would be better than choosing one for a cat.
For more information, go to dvm360.com/feline appetite. Coming up, practice manager Brian Conrad says it's important your staff understands that being profitable doesn't mean selling out practice ideals. But first, when an illness got personal, veterinary staff training coordinator Julie Mullins learned to walk a mile in a client's shoes.
My dog's illness and surgery profoundly affected me in the area of empathy with how I deal with clients. It allowed me to sit back and think about things from their point of view. They do not understand the medical jargon that we're using, so it caused me to slow down and really explain how long they're looking at going forward when their dog has had a large medical procedure or a surgery, that this is going to take time. It's not going to be overnight, and to be empathetic when they ask the same question over and over and over again, just like I did.
This is what I would share with your staff if they're wondering, why is it we want to make a profit? I think the number one reason, obviously, is if the clinic's making a profit, it's potentially that we're going to be able to pay them more money. That's always a good thing, not to mention the benefit package that we might be able to offer them. But it's certainly more than that. If we have money at the end of the year, we're going to be able to reinvest that into the business, and that's only going to make it a happier workplace. When we look at profitable veterinary clinics, we see happier employees, we see happier owners, and happier clients because of all of that. In addition, continuing education, equipment purchases, all of those things happen because we're able to do that with the profit. After you've tried all of those, and if that still doesn't work, I want you to think about the charitable donations that you're able to make or giving back to the community and the community events that you'll be able to do when there's money left over at the end of the year. I think when you give this perspective to the employees, they'll see profit in a whole different light.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of The 5. If you have suggestions for future shows, email us at dvm360@advancestar.com. And for the latest news, medicine, and business information, be sure to visit dvm360.com every day.